don't know. The curtain is falling, it's ending our show. Running round in circles, always cursing your name. The way you play these head games makes me go insane. We break up, then we make up, we fall.
Guys, it's yours truly. It was Chjazze Wormington, aka All That Chjazze, aka Lucas Slayer. Got a special treat for you guys tonight rather. We're going to be interviewing the beautiful, gorgeous, talented, I'm sorry guys, there's a baby fly in here, Milyssa Rose of Oneziezzz. And I would love for you guys to watch our live interview. And if you have any questions or anything, you're more welcome to interject.
Hey girl, hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. What about yourself?
I'm living the dream.
I love your hair. I have to, guys, this is Milyssa Rose. She's more than just a pop artist. She's more than an actress. She's a phenomenal friend. She's a beautiful soul. She's outside of her wonderful talent and titles, she's a phenomenal person, period. So you all need to know that, because people get caught up in what people do and then they overlook who the person really is. And I want people to understand that you are a phenomenal and beautiful person.
Oh, you are. You are. You are so kind. Thank you. Hi, T Trash. How are you?
Hi. Thanks everybody for watching. But I love your hair. I want you to tell me about how your hair colors, like your hairstyle is bomb. That's a bomb bitch, okay? Because she's like slaying the hair like your hair.
Yes, Brandy is amazing. So basically, you know, I was blue and I had blue and green and blue and yellow and I had everything blue for a while. And I said, let's just strip it all down, like color remove it, and let's see what happens. So here we are.
Well, you can rock any color. I don't think you have any different types. I don't think there's a limit. I think you can do pretty much anything because you just have that look. Some people, they may not want to do that unless it's Halloween, but you know, you can rock it all year round.
Oh, thank you. You're too sweet. Yeah, well, it's Halloween every day for me, so.
Me too, honey. We see all these creatures and things walking around. Every time you go in public, you kind of get in a culture shock, or you kind of go, you be like, wait a minute, is this the apocalypse? What's going on? Like, people be walking around here looking like zombies and just doing crazy stuff. But I want you to tell us about your project and your onesie, how you pronounce it, onesieness?
Oh, Oneziezzz with Emeralds. But first, I wanted to thank you for both shirts. Yes.
Thank you.
Y'all need to support and buy the shirt, support the movement, donate to the cause, because you do extraordinary things for chronic illnesses and just for the community, and you're just a beautiful person through and through. And like you were saying earlier, I think people don't realize that even though we like put ourselves out there, like we are people. And I think people don't really understand that at times. Like we all have things that we're going through, whether it be something medical or something with our mental health or just, you know, just life's problems in general. I don't think people realize that we are people. People first.
Right. People first, that's right. Human first before any title. Thank you so much for that. See, I got you back. So you thought you was slick. Because remember, you were like, I want to tell Tulsa, I'm gonna give it back to Tulsa. I'm gonna pay you some way through PayPal. And I already knew. So I was like, okay, she want to be slick. So even though you ordered one, I sent you two.
You are slick.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah, I had to get one. I said, I think medium would be, I didn't know if it would be too big for you or too, so I just took a gamble. I said, I sent her a medium. If it's too big, then I just send you a small.
Oh, well, I like big shirts. Like, I like big t-shirts.
Yeah, you do. You like real big t-shirts. They fit you good.
Hello, the original Dundada.
Hey, guys. Thank you all for watching. We're getting ready to spruce it up. Y'all excuse me. I'm so sorry. As Melissa said about chronic illnesses, I am having flare-ups right now, but I'm not going to allow that to interfere with what we got going on, because I want my dear friend to just blossom and expand as far as she can in her endeavors and in her career, her life. And by all means necessary, we're going to do it, God dog it. We're going to make it happen.
Because you're tough.
Hell or high water.
Because you're a tough cookie, that's why.
Yes, yes. I'm like, I would not be defeated. I pop me some more pain meds. So when they'll be kicking in a little bit, so I'm just going to sit here until they do. Yes. But tell us about your onesie. What inspired you to start the onesie? But I know you always been really creative, and people really pay attention to your videos. You always been you have a very creative mind, and you do a lot of themes and stuff like that. And I love that about you as well. It's like you're very theatrical and you have themes and schemes, but it's always a message, a positive message, or a some type of humanitarian message behind it. So tell us about your onesies.
Okay, so I actually went out to see a friend's play at a club, and I was with my voice teacher. This was probably when the quarantine and the COVID and everything hit, before it really like hit the fan. And they were like, why don't you ever do covers? And I said, well, you know, I've never really been like a cover kind of person, because I've always been into doing original music. And so I kind of meditated that night, and I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? Why don't I take me wearing pajamas and doing covers that people request and this time right now? Because I think that people take themselves too seriously. And I did it because I just felt like it was fun. And I can wear a onesie in my living room and sing a song like they did in the old days without, you know, the studio, and, you know, the whole setup is just very like amateur. I mean, let's just call it like it is. Like when people just used to put on their phones, put on a backup and sing. So it's just very like no frills. And that's what I wanted to do. So I reached out to my brand designer, Daniel Finsley, and I ran the idea past him. And then I got my friend D-Tong to come in and do a voiceover for me. And he has a podcast. Shout out to him. And I said, let's just do a voiceover for it. And I was like, and that's probably about as professional as we're going to get. That's part. And then I have Jalen McGee. He actually edits them down for me. But I just told him, I said, I really just want it to be raw. I don't want it to be overdone, because I think that everything now is so over the top. Like,
it is.
Nobody looks like themselves. Nobody sounds like themselves. Nobody is themselves. And I just think that it's best to not take ourselves seriously. And I think that's what I'm doing. I'm basically telling people, like, anybody can do anything they want. Be who you are and embrace it. Be a complete jackass. Have a good time. There's no reason for everything to be so filtered and edited. Like, just have a good freaking time. Like, that's it. Yeah, just embrace it. And then also, I think people are looking for normalcy. And I really can't go into the studio because my engineer has closed because of the COVID. And I don't feel comfortable going to just any studio, because I don't believe that everyone is very sanitary. Let's just call it like it is. And I was just like, what better way for me to still sing, still reach out to my fan base? And I did onesies of them rose. So that was like the longest story ever about onesies. So sorry. Just went off in a tangent. Hi, Zamadre. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, Zay Madre. That's my nephew.
Hi, how are you?
Zay. Thanks for watching here in New York. But you know, you said something very powerful, and it is that people are so caught up on pretentiousness and fakeness that they don't know they cannot differentiate realness from fakeness, because when people call what is called realness have really been fake. Look at the reality shows, for instance. You know, a reality show should be where things are not edited. Things are, whatever comes up comes out. And it should just be raw like that. There's no editing. There's no cutting this out. There's no substituting there's no trying to get a person to respond, you know, a more aggressive way or respond in a certain way. However they respond is how they respond. And it should be no edits and no cuts. That's reality. But a lot of people are caught up in this Insta life as well. Everything got to be instantaneous. And that's not reality, because the reality is there's nothing of value that's going to be instantaneous when it comes to your whole livelihood, and especially if you're trying to set up a generational legacy and inheritance. It's not going to be that, it's not that simple. And because people have this false idea of what realism is, I think it's like it's a shock when they realize, when the reality really sets in, this is what you have to do, this is what it really takes, and they're trying to find any shortcut they can. That's why crime has increased. That's why, you know, you got more people out here doing malicious and vindictive things, you know, because they're trying to live in this fake facade, and it's not real. It just isn't. I know it looks real, it's presented as real, but that's not real life. And I think that scares people, because real life can be very intimidating and very scary to people. So it's good that you came up with this idea, this concept where it shows, look, this is me, this is my natural voice. You know, I'm not in a studio, I'm just doing a good old fashioned style, like you said, in the living room. And I'm just singing, dancing with Pope, with himself, all cute, so adorable. Oh my God. Yes, all of them, all my little fur nieces and nephews are beautiful. So it's just like, I'm glad that somebody who has a platform like you is able to have the courage to come out of that, to step out of that fakeness. Or you never even been in it anyway, but I'm just saying, you're not afraid to be very transparent, very open, and very vulnerable, because a lot of people won't do that because they want to stay in this trend and they want to stay in this box. But you're like, no, I'm breaking free. I'm not going to be caged. I'm not a animal to be caged. No.
No, I agree completely. And I think it's very important for people to realize that everything you see online is not real. A lot of it is, I mean, even some of the models, they'll say, I wish I looked as good as the pictures that I take. I follow a lady named Bunny, who is married to the rapper Jelly Roll. And so you know, well, he sings and raps, and she is an absolute bombshell. And she, you know, she is very down to earth, and she will respond to her fans, and she'll engage. And she always tells people, like, you know, what you see online is not real. You know, like, I'm snatching my waist. I mean, we can all agree she's a beautiful person. She doesn't need all that, but she's like, but it's a facade. And I don't think people, and some people they're not open about that. She's open about having plastic surgery. She's open about this or that. And she's like, people, like, it doesn't matter what size you are, embrace it. And I think that's really important, that you would never think that someone like that would ever come out and even be open about the things that they're doing to their pictures and the things that they're, you know, because we all know as women, like, if something doesn't look right, we're going to tweak it. We're going to fix it, whatever, you know, however we do it, whether we're going to go under the knife, whether we're going to do it on Facetune. But I like that she's open about that. And I think that it's important that people really do become transparent about that, because people are looking at that saying, how come my waist isn't as small as Kim Kardashian? Why is my butt not this? And, well, because it's all made up. It's part of the show. It's entertainment. And nobody wants to see somebody look like normal. I mean, quote unquote normal. I mean, nobody wants to. We want perfect skin. We want perfect abs, thighs. You know, everything has to be perfection. But that's part of the illusion.
Exactly, illusion.
Yeah, it really is. I think in entertainment, a lot of everything, it is an illusion. You know, it is life is so great. I'm so perfect. Nothing can, you know, nothing can bring me down. You know, I've got all this money and fame, blah, blah, blah. But no, but in actuality, I mean, when you stir up all that away, we are people. And I think, and I think that's a problem with the new generation now. It's like people want to look like their Snapchat filters. Yeah.
Yeah, like why? And you know, the key word that you said is entertainment. So when you're entertaining, you dress things up. You make things look you're going to make things look presentable and alluring because you want people to respond. You want to grab the attention of others. So yeah, hi Tina, thanks for
Hi,
watching.
Tina. How are you?
So yeah, it's all facade, it's all an illusion. That's why, like, for me, to be honest with you, sometimes most times I come on, I'm rocking my natural hair, you know, I rock my afro and everything, but because I can't really stretch over my head, like everything that I have on, I literally was able to just put pull up over me, besides the necklaces and stuff, but I can't really reach up because, you know, of some flare-ups that I'm having right now. I was like, okay, it is what it is. Because other than that, I really was just going to brush my afro up. Look, I got my brush right here. I was ready. I was going to brush that bad boy up, put it in a rubber band, and be done with it. But because I'm looking so rough, I said, well, let me just throw this
You're
on.
not looking rough.
Let me take this thing out, girl. Woo, you're going to fly into that wall, I'm telling you.
No,
You're
no.
gonna fly into that wall. Like, it's a part of entertainment. I mean, because if you don't, if you're not putting out something that people would gravitate to and that would interest people, they're not going to gravitate to you. They're not going to watch. They're not going to respond. So, yeah, it is all an illusion. And I'm glad. Hi, Cassandra. Thanks for watching.
Hi.
I love your philanthropist work and mission. Look, we got to get Milyssa out here to California to meet you. You and her, y'all definitely need to link up. But yeah, it's just I don't know. People just really just need to learn to be authentic. There's nothing wrong with being authentic. We go everywhere we go. Just about you do. Majority of the people that you see, bodies are not snatched, men and women alike. You don't see all the, you know, you're not going to see majority of the men ripped with biceps and, you know, a six pack and all of this stuff. You're not going to see majority of the women with big booties and breasts and small waists and thick thighs. That's not what you're going to see. And that's very shapely in form. That's not what you're going to see. Hi, Razia.
Hi.
Raziel. I always mess up his name. Oh, he's like, I'm going to choke Chaz and she going to get my dang on right. Raziel.
Yes, Raziel. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, but you know, it's something that people just got to, and I really am hoping that entertainers are really paying attention to the seriousness of it, because it's gotten to the point now where people are really thinking that that's reality, that's real life, and you got young girls and young guys going out here about to kill themselves, trying to make themselves look a certain way, going all this plastic surgery, even doing, you know, to the point where they're doing it on the black market, trying to get an image and have this appearance. Even guys now, even for their abs and for their biceps and stuff, and to try to, you know, look more masculine and stuff. And I'm just like, why are you doing that? You're going to kill yourself, especially when you're doing this black market stuff. It's not worth your life. And so I really applaud you for, you know, stepping out and being one of the very few who are stepping out and using, you know, their massive celebrity platform to tell people, look, you don't have to do all of that. Love yourself. Get in tune and in touch with yourself. Embrace yourself and love yourself. Thank you, Razia. We love you too. Yes, you're awesome, man. You're so awesome. We got to do our next interview too. So we're going to do our next interview, Razia. See, I learned Instagram. Instagram tried to defeat us on our first interview, but guess what? Come back is a biatch.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to get it.
Yes,
we're going to do our next
yes, exactly. And he can plug, he's a writer now, so he can plug the books.
Yes.
Yes. The Renaissance man.
Very Renaissance man. Yes. You always ready, Raziel. You always ready. Yes, but on the onesie, the song that every day. I love the song and I listen. Like I said, a lyric listener. I listen more to the lyrics. I don't care how bad and nice a beat is to a song. If the lyrics is trash and it makes no sense, I'm not going to listen to it. I don't even want to hear it. It's rubbish. Why do you want to fill myself with rubbish? Do I look like a waste can? I'm not attracted then. So no, I'm not going to be listening to that. Hi,
Hi,
Bentley.
Bentley.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, so tell us about that song, Every Day.
Every Day is a, gosh, I recorded that song at the beginning of the year, and then I was trying to get a couple features on it, and then they bailed on me, and they told me they were going to do it, and they didn't. And then I was like, you know what? Screw people. I'm just going to put this track out. So I had my engineer kind of finagle the second verse. So I had like a bunch of ad libs. So we threw that in there. And it filled out the song. So the song's like 3 minutes. I have this thing about 3 minutes, 30 seconds, or 3 minutes. I don't know. It's just something within me that a song must be that time. And I put it out and I wrote it. And I just felt like it was, I think a lot of people can relate that we're constantly doing the same things over and over again. And it's insane in relationships. And we're expecting like the same outcome, and that's just in personal or professional. It's like you're basically like a hamster on a wheel, and just kind of being like, you know what, I'm done.
Right. That's
so
that's so true. And it's like so amazing that you say that, because I was literally laying in my bed and I was just thinking, I was like, wow, this world is so big, it's so much in life, and I'm just like wondering why do we do the same old, like it's almost, a lot of people don't realize that they're programmed. A lot of people, as humans, we're the first computers ever, because we can be programmed from the time we're in the womb to the time we're out of the womb. We're taught to do this, we're taught to say that, we're taught to think this way, to feel this way about this, that, and other, or not taught anything at all about things. And so then we just find, as they say, people to pattern ourselves after. And then right now, in this day and age, a lot of people are going to the internet, and to the social medias to try to pattern themselves off who they see on YouTube, seeing who they can see as vloggers, and, especially couples. I notice a lot of more couples are doing vlogs, and I'm all for that and stuff like that. But I don't like when people do it because they see somebody else doing it. You have to do what's in your heart and what's passionate about, because you may not have the same success as the other person. And not only that, your relationship may not be as strong as you think it is, under the surface. And so then what happens when 5-10 years later come down the line, and then y'all talking about divorce, but y'all don't sit up here and put all of your business out like that. So there's a lot of things that goes into that, other than just being like, oh, we get along, we're in a good relationship, we've been together, and this, that, and blah, blah, so let's do a vlog. There's people that are really looking at your life as an example, and I had to even start monitoring myself about how I am. That's why I just started being very open, because before I was like very closed in. I was a very private person, but I'm not afraid to be open and share things that I've been through, things that I experienced, because to be honest, a lot of people that's much younger than me, 2 decades younger than me, are going through the same things, and they don't have no direction, they don't have no outlet. They really can't talk to their parents, because one thing, a lot of times parents, we think we've been understanding, and I know this from my own experience with my son. We're thinking we're being understanding, but we're really not. And what we're really doing is antagonizing, or we're trying to relive our lives through them, or we're trying to do what we would do in that situation, instead of looking at our child and be like, okay, this is my child's character, this is how they respond to things. So I need to find a way to convey to them in a way they'll be able to receive it, because if not, they're not going to receive it, and then they're going to go out there and shipwreck, or be worse off than what they would have been had they not gotten my quote unquote advice.
Mm-hmm.
So people are always looking for an outlet, and I think a lot of people just don't even know who they are anymore. You know, people don't know who they are. So when I was listening to the lyrics of your song, I'm like, you should be a writer. Like maybe you need to be a philosopher or something.
That's very sweet.
Seriously. Like seriously, because you say things in a way that anybody can really relate to and understand. You know, if people would just listen, and that's another thing too. People are so caught up in beats too, like da, 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 da. Oh, if they got to have this beat and they just bouncing around and the lyrics are making absolutely no sense at all. And people just need to take time and just relax, sit back, listen. And when they really learn to do that, they'll realize a lot of this stuff that they're listening to is a bunch of garbage. It's a lot of crap. And they will want to embrace music like yours because you have such a way of relating to people of all age groups in your song. Regardless of what a person's situation is. I believe for me, someone who's experienced so many different things in life, hardships and horrible things in life, I believe having that kind of advice would have swayed me or encouraged me to make better decisions or to not do certain things, you know, or it would have given me the courage to love myself when I didn't, because it took me a long time to really learn how to love myself and embrace all of me. And a lot of people are struggling with that. So your song every day is eye-opening to let people know, look, you are perfect the way you are. You are the perfect you there is. That's the only person you need to be is yourself. Either people are going to accept it or they not. If they don't want to accept it, they don't need to be in your life anyway. Because you should never have to change and alter yourself to a point where you are no longer yourself just to appease and please somebody. When you get to that state, you have completely lost your whole essence and identity. So I appreciate your song every day. And I'm glad that, you know, you have the kind of mindset and heart that you have where you call stuff like that out, but you do it in such an elegant way.
Oh,
And it's tactful. So it's not insulting. It's not ratchet where, you know, it's like putting somebody down or tearing down their self-esteem or their self-worth. Is actually building them up. And that's what I really love about your songs and your music is in the way it's presented. You could say some of the same things that maybe some other people may be saying in their music, but the way your presentation is, it's more receptible, it's more loving, it's more kind, it's gentle. Because nobody want to be talked to harshly all the time, especially when they already lost it. They don't know which way to go.
mm-hmm.
Don't be calling me no bitch, you stupid hoe, you need to stop. I don't want to hear all of that in your music. No. Don't be talking to me like that. Who you talking about? Don't be calling me that.
No, I agree. And I think that we live in a society now where everything's dumbed down.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that, you know, I was inspired by, you know, people that obviously didn't use the word bitch every other word and, you know, the N word constantly.
Right.
You know, I think now it's just everything is just so dumbed down. And it's foul. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm like some fuddy-duddy, but I feel like music should be an escape for you. And I think that messages should be delivered in a way that everybody can listen to it and everyone can understand it. I'm not saying that I'm, you know, a church girl, you know, like you know, like I'm an angel.
Hail Mary, Hail Mary.
I mean, because I do, you know, swear like a sailor and say absolutely insane things. But I think my heart is in the right place. And I try, and I know that there are people that are younger that are seeing my videos or, you know, on my Facebook or social media. So, I mean, I need to be cognizant of that as well. And I just feel that we're always being watched.
Always.
Yeah, we're always being watched, and you have to be careful what you say, and you have to be careful what you do, because you don't know when that's going to come back at you, come back later on in life and bite you in the ass. I mean, you see celebrities all the time, like Jeffree Star or Shane Dawson. They say, or Trisha Paytas. I can't even say her name to save my life.
I know, right?
It's great. But Trisha, and it's like they're constantly apologizing. But I think we have to be well aware of what we're doing. And I think that some people, unfortunately, grow up in the spotlight. So they don't have that opportunity to really grow as a person, because, they're growing in front of us.
Exactly.
So I've always tried to be careful, like what I say or do. Not to a point where it's not me authentically, but I feel like I don't want to later on in life have to apologize for something that, I said. And I've had people, like, honestly, I've had a guy actually go on my page and tell me that I was shallow. And I was like, really? But you're the same one that supports, rappers that use the N word and the B word every other word and capitalize on misogyny, but then you have the nerve to call me shallow, which I didn't get into, but I just, I was like, I'm not your fan anymore. And I'm like, well,
whatever.
Whatever. And that really did bother me for a little bit. It did. But I was just kind of like, you don't know me. Like, you don't know, who I am. I was like, I have a whole life outside of social media, because I want to say something, sassy. Doesn't make me a shitty person. It just makes me say things that maybe somebody else wouldn't say. I didn't, I wasn't, spouting out racial slurs. I wasn't, degrading anybody for being a certain way. And it's just interesting to me that people only want to focus on things that they're just not, that, some people are just on a high horse, I think. That's how I feel. I feel like people are on a high horse. And, and I'm not perfect. I say crazy stuff. But if you know me and you take the time to get to know me and get to know what kind of person I am, and you'll be very surprised that I'm not this, completely shallow and horrible person that you've made me out to be because I didn't like a character on TV, or somebody wronged me and I said something twatty online. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
Well, Misery Love Company. Hi, Miss Grace. Thanks for watching.
Hi, how are you?
Misery Loves Company. And, I know for me, a lot of times, especially being a woman, and I did a video kind of calling that out yesterday, how as women, when we are in the spotlight, or we in entertainment industry or any type of public figure, we're always more scrutinized than men.
Oh yeah.
And so we get attacked for things that we should not even be attacked for. Like, say for instance, like the situation that's going on with, Dr. Dre and his wife. Had the shoe been on the other foot, had she been the one that was dogging out men and, using men and beating on men and stuff like that, she would be dragged through the mud. And I had posted, I shared the post, about the wife wanting to get half his name, which to me, I think is stupid, because he had that name way before her. So I don't condone people just being greedy and shallow like that, Hey, all about.
Hi, Robbie. How are you?
Hey, Botch.
Hi, Boots.
Thanks, guys.
Kitty.
But, I was saying, how we as females, we get scrutinized for things that men do way worse. And if you want to be in the spotlight as a woman, you have to have real tough skin, because we catch way more hell than a lot of people, than our male counterparts. They can get away with stuff that society will overlook, things that they will not allow us as females to overlook. Like, a man, he can sleep with 100 women, and he get high fives, he get daps and stuff like that, pound. We do it. Oh, you nasty. She nasty. She ain't got no walls. She a slut. She a hoe. Oh, you want to sleep with that? You can't turn no hoe into no housewife. And, it's things, we're always bashed a lot of times. We don't get the same respect as men do. We can't get away with a lot of the same things. If a man do it and we do it as a woman, we're bashed for it, and we're looked down on. So yeah, we have to, we're going to be attacked, and I'm used to it. It doesn't even bother me or whatever. I actually start laughing about it now. And I'd be like, oh, I'd be like, poor baby. I said, you want to give me the cocky, don't you, baby? You want to give me that cocky. Yeah, you want this poom to swallow that cocky. I'm not doing it. I mess with them like that. I taunt them. They can't stand it. Some of them anyway, they're the ignorant ones. They, the ones who are out there just trying to be trolls. And, some men are like that. They just, if they can't have you, because I guarantee you the guy really has a big crush on you, but he know there would never be a chance in hell for him to even have you. So because of that, he's going to lash out and take his frustration and his anger of his women issues and mama issues that he have out on you when you don't even have anything to do with it. So people like that, we know how to deal with folks like that and stuff like that. I'd be like, boy, you want me to pop this little chocolate nipple out for you? You want wink licky that's what you want. So he'll be all right. If he don't, too bad, who cares, whatever. Get over himself.
No, I agree. No,
yes.
I mean, I really do feel that if you spend your time on the internet trolling people,
yeah,
I mean, you obviously have something else going on. I mean, I never go online and trash people. Like, I never go under their posts and talk shit.
Right.
I mean, I was raised better than that, for starters. And if I don't like something that you say, I just keep on scrolling. I mean, or you can unfollow me, or you don't have to be my friend anymore. If you don't like what I'm saying, bitch, bye.
Right.
And I think people, like you were saying, I don't want to turn into like a, men are horrible or whatever, because there's a lot of great men out there. But I find that a lot of my hate comes from men. And I never understood that. It's always men. It's always men. It's never a woman. It's always men.
Right. It's always a man.
And I've been live before, and someone's like, "You're an ugly slut." I'm like, okay, well, thanks. Thanks for coming on, letting me know.
Yeah. No stones thrown at you men. Now, we're not talking about men in general. No, we're not saying that. So we're talking about the stupid men that's actually doing stupid stuff like that. That's for the insecure men. That was probably the men that have small balls and small penises and couldn't even peck an ant on his best day. So, like, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about them, not real manly men, not confident men, not men who know who they are, who are sure, who they are and everything. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
It's crazy.
But
and one more. I'm sorry. Shout out to Robbie. She just had a surgery. She's a trooper. She's come on to support the cause. Thank you so much, Robbie. And I wish you a speedy recovery. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Aww.
I hope that we can make you laugh. And
yeah, get well, Robbie. We can't have you sick. No sickness allowed.
So thank you for joining us. Thank you all for coming on and listening to us and joining us. I appreciate it.
Yes. Now, you mentioned Daniel Finley, right?
Daniel Finley.
He's very talented. Like, I'm going to have to, I'm putting my paper together now, my funds together, because I already know this man is not cheap. Okay. I'm looking at his work like he is not cheap. So I'm going to have to cough up some bread for him. So Daniel, if you're listening, just bear with me. Let me get my pocket straight, get my account straight. And then, I'm going to reach out to him and have him to, perfect my logo to make it really the way I want it to be. Is the design is how I want it, but I want the gold ring to actually look like real gold. I don't want it to look like something I did, on PowerPoint. So I want it to really stand out,
Yeah, Daniel is amazing. He does all my branding for Lightning Bug and myself, and I refer him to everyone. I've never met Daniel. I've literally been friends with him online for like 7 years. Never met him.
Wow.
But I feel as though we've met, and maybe one day we will meet and run away together. I always joke with him that he's my next ex-husband.
But isn't that so cool though? How you can be, so cool with somebody online for that many years, and it feels like they're your family. Because it's like that for some of my supporters, like the lady who's finally she got her cosmetic line, and we've been following each other. She was like one of the very first 5 supporters that I had once I started the online publication before I stopped it. And she now has her cosmetic line, so I'm wearing her eyeshadow now, and so it's just like I saw pictures of her children when they were smaller, and then now how they have grown, and one of her daughters is is doing so phenomenal in her career endeavor as a hairdresser. It's like we're watching them grow, and we're seeing each other grow. We're seeing, like I've seen how you've grown, you've seen how I've grown, we see how Raziel grown. We all watching each other just blossom and develop and become better people and becoming better at our crafts, because we've experienced and we know and we have learned things along the way. So we know now this is what we need to work on. This is what we don't need to do. It's like we've evolved, and then just to have that kind of connection with somebody and that kind of friendship. That's why I keep telling people, you don't have to see somebody to be friends with them. My thing is, I think all friendships should start where you don't actually see the person, even in a relationship, because people get too caught up on the physical. And I think that's why a lot of relationships and marriages fail, because people are highly infatuated and in love with the physique, and they in love with the idea of being in love. They in love with the idea of being happily married and having this family, and and being this ideal couple. But the character and the heart, the depth of the heart of that person is not what they thought it would be. So now they sit up here, they have 2 or 3 children back to back, because everything that's been high infatuation, and high infatuation feels just like real love, and it's not real love, as we know. Hey Jeremy, thanks for watching. And so now that they have created this family unit, now it's going to all crumble to the ground, because everything was done on a pretentious basis and an emotional basis in the first place, and was all caught up on the looks of a person versus the character of the person. And a lot of people are very comfortable with that, and that's really sad, because why would you want to waste your time and energy in your life like that, especially when you want to bring children into it? That's right, Raziel. Tell them, shut the F up and love. Love, I put you in the headlock. I got some fat arms too. You see, look, I got this chicken skin right here.
You do not have fat arms. Part? Stop it.
That would suffocate the hell out of you. You hear me? Shut up. I put you in the headlock. Yeah.
No, you do not have fat arms.
Yeah, I do have chicken skin. Look, I don't want to shake it too hard. I might black my own eye. It might flap up. I'm already in enough pain as it is. So I'm trying not to. Whew, I'm trying not to go there with myself today. So, but yeah, but that's, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to be a philosopher. You laugh, and you're very intelligent, and I believe in your songs, you say a lot. You give a lot of, you counseling people in your music and don't even realize it.
Oh, Vinny, don't shake too hard, you'll go blind.
I know that's right, Bodge. I ain't shaking too hard.
I love it.
I swear.
It's so nice to see people tune in. Thank you all so much.
Yes, thanks for watching.
No one can get together anymore. We all have to. We have to be on the internet.
Yes.
Oh, the internet.
Social mixer.
Yeah, this is a social mixer. I totally lost track of everything I was gonna say. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Yeah. He's so silly.
No, but yeah,
that'd be good though.
I feel people they do fall in love with the physical, and it's a shame, because I think that they get into a relationship, they become infatuated with how someone looks, and then they realize that we're all imperfect, and then the whole image is shattered. So,
Right.
I'm very, like, people always say, well, I won't date that person because they want this, or I won't date this person because of that. I'm like, here's the deal, people. Looks only go so far. I've met people
That's true.
that you wouldn't say are stereotypically attractive, but the way they behave and their character and their heart make them so much more attractive than somebody who is quote unquote the perfect blah blah blah. And I think that's very important, because I think looks are just really irrelevant. I think somebody's personality can make them absolutely breathtaking, and I truly believe that more than anything else. Because that person, their character is what's going to keep your relationship alive, not how great their boobs are, their butt, or their abs. It's up to their heart. That's what's going to keep the relationship going. And I think people need to realize that. They need to quit being so enamored with how people look.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Well said. And I just, is people be so selfish that they don't even think about, when they bring children in the mix, how it affect the whole family dynamics. And that's why you got so many dysfunctional adults. You got people that are grown by age, but psychologically, mentally, and spiritually, they're very immature.
Mm-hmm.
And they have temper tantrums. I'm sorry, when you 30 plus years of age, especially if you 40 years of age or you older, you still having temper tantrums because you can't have your way. That's a person who has some serious emotional issues that never ever been resolved. And so there's a lot of things that goes into having a relationship. You can't just look at what's happening right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
You also got to look at how this is going to benefit your life in the future. This is going to edify you in the future. My Rabbit Mystic is up here chewing. He's pulling on my pants legs because he want attention. He's standing up now.
Oh,
He wanted to say hi, Milyssa. So say hi.
Hi, Mystic. How are you?
He decided to try to jump down. Look at him.
Oh.
Stop having a hissy fit. Say hello.
Hi, Mystic.
Say hi, everybody.
How handsome is he?
He's being so bad right now. This what he likes to do. He likes to sit up on me. What are you doing? Hi. I'm doing interview right now, okay? So you can have all the hissy fit you want, but I'm not fit to rub you. He want me to play with him, so because I'm not going to play with him, he's upset. And as you can see, he's really having his little temper tantrum right now.
That's funny.
Hey.
Hi, Jay Wright, 6744. Thank y'all for joining us.
Yes. Hi. Thanks everybody for watching. Well, we want you to get well, Robbie. We can't have nobody sick. We all going to get well. We're going to lift each other up. We're going to encourage each other. We're going to pray for each other. We're going to look out for each other. And we're going to treat each other right, damn it.
Exactly. That's what we need. We need people to just do right.
And it's not hard. That's right.
It's really not. I don't understand why people can't understand the concept of just being kind. Like, be a good damn person, damn it. How hard is that?
Exactly. I don't want you to treat me like this, but I'm going to treat you that way. I don't want you to steal from me, but I'm going to steal from you. I don't want you to defame my character, but I'm going to defame yours. Like, are you kidding me? Like, no, it doesn't work that way at all.
Yeah.
Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, what's on the table for you, Milyssa? Because I know you got something up your sleeve. You always having you're idealistic. So I know you got something, forming in that beautiful brain of yours.
Well, I have a bunch of requests I need to knock out. I'm about to head down to Florida, like I was telling you, to see Tony's grandmother for her birthday and my sister-in-law's birthday. So I'm going to Florida. So when I get back from Florida, no one was going to want to be around me. Because of the COVID.
He's so
silly. I'm going to come back with the COVID. No, I'm just kidding. No, so I'm going to go down there and visit. We're going to be there for a few days, and I'm going to do some probably videos next week. I need to get that going. I am going to release another one next week as well. I'm not sure which one, but I'm super excited just to get, a bunch of requests and just keep doing the onesies thing until people tell me they don't want to hear me sing songs anymore, I guess. When people stop telling me, people stop telling me, when people will stop wanting me to be Milyssa Rose is when I'll stop.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I follow you back as soon as we get done. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Robbie's awesome. We love Robbie. Robbie's amazing, strong woman. She's been through so much. She's a warrior.
She has.
And we love her.
We follow each other on Facebook, though, I think.
Okay. Yeah, she's a great person.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, you have a safe trip to Florida. And as you know, people love to let all of their jewels and assets hang out and stuff like that and shake them and flap them around everywhere. So, you just have to be watchful of that, and stuff like that. I'm just like, I do not want to see your granny balls hanging to your kneecaps. I don't want to see that. No, I don't want to see your gallo titties hanging down,
Yeah, Florida's known for that.
Beating your stomach up and stuff like that, and your nipples sitting up there going inside your navel button. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, so luckily, I honestly went back and forth about whether or not I wanted to go to Florida, to be honest with you, being that we've been essential, so we've been working this whole time. And not that I do a whole lot anyway, but but Tony's grandparents are getting up in age. Like the grandfather's in his mid-90s and the granny's in her late 80s. And Tony was like, we really need to go down there. So we went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he was like, he said, we really need to go. But Granny, she's out there getting it. She went out to dinner for her birthday, her and Grandpa. She's not scared of shit. I was like, okay, girl, go ahead. Cause I was really shocked. Granny goes to the grocery store. I was like, wow, Granny, you're stronger than me, because my lazy ass isn't going to the grocery store. I'm getting everything delivered. So,
but I mean, you're talented and you're so lovable. People can't help but gravitate to you. Even the ones who act like they don't like you, they really do. But they like you, but they want to have you as their own, and they know that's not going to happen. So, it's like somebody who's sexually frustrated. They just act out and be all stupid. Whatever. But in any case, anything anybody you want to give shout out to? You want to share any information, any things that you got coming up, your website, and all of that beautiful, wonderful stuff. Make sure y'all download now every day. Go on all music platforms.
Yeah, it's coming out Friday every day. I'm going to have a lyric video for it. Shout out to Keisha Proctor and Brandy Hatfield. They've been doing a lot of promo for me on Spotify, and also they're the ones doing the lyric video. So shout out to them. Shout out to Daniel Finsley for the cover art, for Poppy Hay for the production, for D Cox for mix, mastering, and recording me, Major Moves Recording Studios. I'm going to record more covers, so y'all need to subscribe to my YouTube, both my YouTubes, Milyssa Rose and Oneziezzz of them Rose. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and all the good stuff. And let me tell you, girl, I'm getting since I've been doing promo, it's interesting to me. I don't know how these people know, but people from overseas are bombarding my inbox.
That's great.
They're like, I want to do promo for you. And I think half of it's bots, so I'm really nervous about it. Yeah. And I'm really selective with who I use to do certain things, because you just never really know, what are you doing to my account?
You have to be selective.
What are you really doing? It's funny because, I started an OnlyFans, not for sex. But I figured that the OnlyFans wasn't going to work out because I wasn't getting naked. And let me tell you something. I got some interesting inboxes from half-naked ladies, big old booties, big old titties, telling me hey girl, and I'm like, no, yeah, I'm not gonna have to promo anything for me, because I think I might be getting the wrong kind of following, or maybe the right kind of following, depending on what day it is.
Right. Yeah, the things some people send to you that they want you to promote for them, you just be like, are you serious? Are you okay? Are you on some psycho medications or something? Because some people just, they do be doing the most and stuff. So,
But I mean, I'm
yeah,
telling
you
you,
do have to be selective
yeah.
because you got to be careful what you tie your name into. You know, we had talked about that before. You know, be careful what we put our name and sign our name to, or, you know, our brand, because it does have an effect on us. Even though we don't commit the offense, the fact is, because our name is on it, it can somewhat taint our name, or give a bad image of on us as well. So they definitely overstand that. So you know, it's just, people shouldn't take it personal. You know, if somebody is really professional and really business minded, they understand that, they won't take it personal. But people who don't understand business, especially the entertainment business, they'll take it so offensive and stuff. You know, I get cursed out a lot by aspiring artists or underground music artists, because they be wanting me to share their music on my platform and stuff. And some things I'm just not going to share. You know, even with my nephew, mainstream artist, there's some songs that he know that I wouldn't share on my platform because of some of the lyrics that's in, most of the lyrics that's in the song. So, you know, I have to be really careful about what I entertain on my platform. And I just, you know, I don't want my platform to have a certain image, because I know where I want to go with my name and with my label and with my business. So to brand myself in a certain limelight, I have to set that environment in my on my platforms. So, you know, people who don't understand that, though, they'll, you know, get mad at you, you know, curse you out, call you all kind of crazy names or whatever. And I just be like, oh, I'm so glad you know this. Thank you very much. You have a lovely day. Block, and I'm gone.
No, I agree. I mean, you're as good as the circle that you're in, and you got to be careful with the company you keep, because, you know, what they do is a reflection of you. For sure. I mean, that's what they always say. Like, look who's in your circle. That's who you are. So if you're around a bunch of shady people, then surprise, you might be too. And if that's the case, then, you know, you need to, and you're not that way, then you need to take off and, you know, get it together. I mean, I'd rather have very few people in my corner that I know that I can rely on, as opposed to a bunch of people who just want to use me. And I can't tell you, I mean, I used to have tons of people that I would surround myself with, and I can count how many of those people are still here today.
It'd be like
that. And I've been also I'm, you know, famous for always trying to bring people together and kind of like heading everything and kind of doing, you know, kind of holding it all together. And then sometimes you're like, you know what? I don't need to bring something to the table if no one else is coming to the table doing anything. Because I feel like everybody that you're around, everybody has, you know, a purpose or a talent. And, you know, we all are here to cultivate one another. And if you're just here for the ride, then I don't really need you. I'm better off alone.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. And so, you know, because you and I have been in entertainment in industry for more than a decade, we know a lot of stuff and we understand things, and we've been, you know, graced to deal with entertainment industry on a celebrity platform, dealing with and being around, you know, celebrities and CEOs and people of that nature and stuff. So we understand the behind the scenes portions of it that people don't see. A lot of people don't see the behind the scenes of it. Hi, Jamila. Thanks for watching.
Hi, how are you?
And so because people don't see the behind the scenes of it, they don't understand. I'm like, what you see in the front and on the surface is not what it really takes. What that's showing is showing the results. But the things that have to go on, there's still business that have to go on. You know, there's contracts that have to be signed. There are deals that have to be made. There are rules and regulations that have to be abided by. There are terms and conditions that have to be. They don't see those things because they just looking at, oh, well, you can just do it like that. I'm like, no, you can't. If you ever think that you're going to be able to sign, say for instance, Nike, If you think Nike will endorse you and you're not going to sign no paperwork, or you don't have no legal team, or they're not going to go through your lawyers and stuff like that they're not going to deal with you directly one-on-one. They're going to ask for your attorney. They don't care who you are, you know? So people don't see that, and they don't understand that. So when they asking you to do something on your platform, when your platform have followers and supporters who are celebrities, they don't realize you can't just say yes and just accept it. Oh, it's giving me 23 seconds. So go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, well, just follow me on Instagram, YouTube. I have the link tree in my bio, so you all can follow me there. I appreciate y'all so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Miss Chaz, for always having me and supporting me, and for the shirts. See, I can't even talk. 23 seconds, I'm getting nervous. It's Friday. Come on, Hoagie, let's dance. Get my groove on. It's Friday. Hey.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Instagram is so rude and disrespectful. Like, gosh darn, y'all just so rude. Y'all just cut people off and stuff. Like, how? Anywho, I want to thank you all for watching and for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys so very much. Support it, just people taking out their time to actually, come out time to come and watch us and to listen to us is, to me, is a big deal, because people can be, you all can be doing so much more with your time, and the fact that you guys took out time to watch me, I really appreciate that. That is so awesome, and I really am very honored and very humble and very grateful and appreciative that you all took out the time to watch us and support us, even though Instagram being not rude and disrespectful and stuff. So rude. Oh my gosh. Jeez. You see how disrespectful IG is? Why you talking? They're just gonna cut you off. Like, how disrespectful. Jeez.
Damn you, Instagram.
Yes. Oh, that's why Facebook need to get it together, because Facebook don't cut you off like that. Thank you. Facebook do not cut you off. It don't chop you off. It doesn't, try to force you and rush you off and stuff like that, like Instagram. I know it's called Instagram for a reason. They want you to be instantly entertained. You're done. They're gonna cut you off. No, I pay my internet bill faithfully every month. I have the right to be on here. Doggone it. Shoot. What's wrong with you? I didn't put this wig on for no reason. Wrong with you?
Oh my God. But thank you so much. I got cut off, and I was like, oh my God, I was in the middle of my thank yous. I felt like I was on the Grammys and I was getting screwed. But yeah, my link tree is in my bio. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and supporting me. And be sure to tune in to my Oneziezzz page. Just you all can keep up with me on all my social media. But thank you so much, Miss Chaz, as always, for supporting me and always being in my corner. I mean, you are really a genuine person, and I appreciate you so much. And everyone that's tuned in, it means more than you all know that you believe in what I'm doing, and that you see what my message is and what I'm trying to do out here. So thank y'all so much. But I just wanted to come back on and say that. And I love you all so much. And God, I feel like I'm going to cry. God, it's bad. All right. But thank you. I can't say that enough. So I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes, we appreciate you, and thank you so much. And we got to get together and finally do an event, because, we had planned to do that before, then, that happened. So now, we're going to get things on board now, since I'm doing better, with my health and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do an event. So you guys be looking out for that. We're going to be doing an event. If you guys want to become a sponsor, or, you want to be a promoter, you want to promote our event, or anything, whatever talent or gifts that you have that you would like to dedicate to help us with this event, that would be phenomenal, because the event is going to be advocacy. It's about advocacy, about humanitarian, also protecting pets, looking for animals' rights, and also, and also for my campaign, Gloves On campaign, for advocating for those who have chronic diseases, illnesses, and disabilities. So it's going to be for a good cause, but at the same time, we're going to bring the house down. I'm trying to get Piedmont Park locked down, but they're not allowing anything to happen right now because of the pandemic or whatever. But if anybody wants to sponsor, by all means, you can contact me or Milyssa, and we can go from there. And you can make donations if you want to contribute. That's fine. And Milyssa would tell you all, for those who have been introduced to me through her platform, she'll let you know. When I get donations and stuff, I actually post my expense reports on social media so people can see where their funds are being spent. I don't have nothing to hide. I don't never do anything shady like that. So I always post and show where the money is going so people can know beyond a shadow of a doubt, okay, I'm not putting this money in her pocket for her to go live in Beverly Hills. No, she's actually using it for, for this cause. Because a lot of people sadly do that. They'll go buy them a Hellcat, or go buy them a Bentley or something, and not even 20% of the donations and proceeds for the actual cause that they're claiming that they're using, that they're raising money for. And I'm not a pity person like that. So I always post my expense reports, and you all will see, I show receipts, so you all can see where I'm spending the money, so people can understand how much it costs, because it's not cheap. So I want people to see, this is why your donations matter. This is why your sponsorship, your monetary sponsorship matter, because it costs to put on these kind of, events and stuff. Until we get a major sponsorship like Porsche, Mercedes, BMW on Facebook, Instagram, since y'all like to cut people off, I mean, y'all can sponsor us, hey. Whatever y'all like. Thank you, Robbie. Well, we want you to get well first, okay? That's what we need to do. You've been through a lot. You could be one of the inspirational speakers, one of the invigorating speakers, if you like, at the event. And I'm going to have a hunt for. It's going to be in the summertime. We're going to have a pool room where the speakers can go in and stay cool. And all of the performers itself, we're going to have a pool room where we can sit on the side, a tent, for us to stay cool and stuff, because it'd be too hot out there. If it's going to be in the summertime, I'm trying to have it. I wanted to have it this time of the year because the temperature and the weather is decent. But because of the pandemic, that didn't happen. But if we can do it next year around this time, that'll give us more than enough time to plan and get everything in place and all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. So I'm going to be reaching out, and I want to also I want to be posting it as well, probably within the next week or two, because I already got a lot of stuff already done. But I have to make sure that I'm able to get permits and make sure that I get the liability insurance, because it's mandatory to have liability insurance whenever you have public events and stuff in public places like that. So I have to have that, and it has to be for a certain amount. I can't have anything under $1 million. The liability insurance. See, I tell people these things, and I show people these things, so folks, can understand why we charge what we charge and why it costs what it costs, because these are expenses that we have to, So, but yeah. We're going to definitely make this happen, because it's been a long time going, and we can still do our little pet show, our pet fashion show. Remember, I wanted to do the pet fashion show.
Yeah,
so we're going to still incorporate that into it as well for to raise money. Get some pet clothes designers to make some donations, and they can auction off the designs and stuff, the fashion, and we can use all that money to donate to shelters for pets and stuff like that, to make sure that, they're safe and that they're fed and they have good homes and shelters and stuff. We can do that, yeah. So got a plan.
Yes, ma'am. I'm excited. Thank you. That looks awesome. I look forward to that.
Yay. Yeah, yes. So we're going to get this started. And thanks again, everyone, for watching. And you can go to my website. I'm not going to give all of my social links, because when you go to my website, everything that I'm involved in, you're going to see it, from my charitable work and from my design company, my entertainment, all of that. Everything you'll see it on the website. And the website is www.D for zebra, H as in hotel, E for elephant, E for echo, N as in November, LLC.com. And so you guys can go on there. Give me again like about a week. I say 2 weeks max to get the information. You all can sign up and register, and you can tell us what role you want to play in it, how you want to participate in everything, and if you want to share it with others who you feel may be interested in participating, you can definitely share the link with them as well. They can come on and they can also fill out a registration and let us know what they would like to what they would like to bring to the table as well, because the more help we have, the better the event will be, and the more phenomenal it will be, the more people's lives and other lives we can touch and save. So that's my aim right now. Okay, guys?
All right. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll see you all soon. Love you all. Have a good evening. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. Really appreciate you guys. God bless, one love, peace.
Right.
Y'all have a great week. Love you, Lyssa.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Love you all.